Yeah, thank you. Hello, Pavello. Hello, welcome. Long time no see. So I was basically describing the rules of this so-called challenge. It's basically a way to learn how to use the game engine by just doing stuff. So yeah, they don't force you to use any specific engine, but they do recommend Godot, and we will use Godot or Godot because I made some very, very simple stuff in Godot. I've seen some tutorials, so it won't be like a totally blind stream, like, because that would take it just takes a while to, you know, like, learn how the like total basic things work. I hope you can hear me now. So yeah, I think I had one class in uni with Godot. Nice, nice. So that engine is pretty, like it's growing pretty rapidly. Like every few weeks there's like a new release and they add a lot of stuff. So yeah, like the engine looks very promising. And from what I've done, it seems to be pretty easy to start with. So yeah, so basically the rules are that you are supposed to like start with 10 games. That there is a list of games with increasing difficulty and complexity. And yeah, and by doing that thing, you learn how to use the engine, how to make more and more complicated stuff. So yeah. Additional rules: no tutorials are allowed. So what this rule basically means is, you know, we could go to YouTube and just search how to make a Flappy Bird in Godot, and there's probably at least 1 or 2 tutorial. So that's not the point. You need to like try to do it yourself, but of course you can like you can use the Google, you can use the ChatGPT, all that stuff to just learn how to, you know, if you don't know how to put an object into the game, you should Google it or read the docs, right? Is AI allowed? I don't think it's like forbidden, but you know, you can probably ask AI to just, you know, do everything for yourself. That's not the point. So second point is constrain yourself. This isn't a game jam, so you don't need to make a game in a single weekend. However, I would highly recommend setting a time limit so each game doesn't take a year to complete. You can always polish a project more, but setting constraints and moving on is a good skill to learn. Okay, they recommend 20 hours for each project. But you might need more time than that depending on your prior knowledge and skill level. Later projects will take longer to complete simply due to the amount of content larger games contain. Be flexible. You should start with one of the recommended games. After that, feel free to try new things and challenge yourself. Okay. So that's the challenge. So yeah, there's like a list of games, and with each step you can choose one of the games. And to like familiarize myself with the engine, I already tried making like a simple Pong game. So we will make a Flappy Bird, which will be like a slightly more complicated. So this is how my Pong looks like. It's like nothing complicated. So basically I just added 2 paddles and there's like a bouncing ball and that's it. I just like wanted to, you know, make sure that I know how to put objects into the game. And that's basically, there's like no score, no title screen, nothing. Just this. So yeah. How do you make a new project? Okay, let's actually start with making a new project. Oh. Godot projects. Should I call it Godot, or I think it's called Godot, That sounds kind of weird. And let's call it 01 Flappy Bird. How long it took you to make Pong like this? It was like 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. I was surprised that there is like a physics processing stuff. Like there's like a built-in physics engine in that game, so it's quite easy to like start. Like it's pretty easy to have like a platformer game. I think they like add a default movement which is already like a platform movement. If you add like a character body, you can attach a script, and there's like an example basic movement script with like using arrows to move left and right and spacebar to jump, and that's it. But we are not going to, like, we are going to use the character body, but we are not going to use the platforming. Or should we? Maybe we should. Okay. Yeah, let's use that basic movement, because like Flappy Bird movement should be pretty similar to like a platformer movement. Okay, let's create a scenes folder. So basically in Godot you compose a game from let's call it bird. You compose a game with scenes and nodes, and a scene contains some nodes. You can make a tree of nodes, and yeah. So we have our character body, and I just know that this is a node that lets you use physics. It's here. I'm not sure if the letters are big enough. Probably not. We can fix that in a while. Specialist class for physics bodies that are meant to be user controlled. They are not affected by physics at all, but they affect other physics bodies in their paths. So we basically need to implement the physics. Move objects with wall and slope detection with move and slide. Okay. In addition to the general collision detection provided by move and collide. So we are provided with like a basic platformer movement already, and there's a warning. Let me increase the font size. Where was it? Font. Main font size. That should be better. Oh, yeah. So what's the problem? This node has no shape, so it can't collide or interact with other objects. Okay. Wait, why do I have two character bodies? Okay, so I think we should add some sprite. So our bird can be visible. And I haven't prepared any textures, so how about we use one of my emotes from Twitch. Let's see which will be good enough. Does it work? Okay, I've added something. Okay, it didn't work, but it is in resources. Let's create a folder for, I don't know, graphics. Thank you for the lurk, Pavello. Thank you. Okay, how do we add a texture to the sprite? Load? Whoa! Okay, this is going to be our bird, but it's already too big. This should be fine. Yeah, it kind of looks like a bird, right? It's like a placeholder image. What do we need? Collision shape. Okay, let's add a collision shape. And we should draw. So basically this engine has physics, collision detection, all that fancy stuff, so you don't need to write a lot of code actually. So if we... Can we start it? Select current as main scene, okay. So yeah, it falls down. It already kind of works. So we do have something, we do have physics already. Wait a second, maybe we should like actually read what the challenge is. How about we do it like that? Flappy Bird was a mobile game from 2013. It was a sleeper hit, gaining sudden and massive popularity in 2014, likely due to attention from a popular YouTuber at this time. The game was removed from the App Store after its sudden popularity due to negative media attention. The game is extremely simple and was designed to mimic the feeling of bouncing a ping pong ball on a paddle for as long as possible. Flappy Bird is a popular first game for new developers and it's featured in many first game tutorials. Goals: create a game world with a floor. Okay, we started with a bird. Add an object that represents the main character. Apply a constant force to the character so it falls to the floor. We already have this point. Add obstacles on the right of the game area. The obstacles should slide across the screen towards the left. The obstacles will appear in pairs with a vertical gap between them. Fair enough. What are you going to do about those pipes? You could create a really long level and hope that the player never gets to the end of it, but it would make more sense if you use code to create obstacles when you need them. The game obstacles pipes will move off the screen and never be used again. You might want to delete them once they are no longer useful, or better yet, reuse them by moving them to the right side of the screen once they move off the left side. Okay. Detect when the character collides with the floor or obstacles, and reset the game when a collision occurs. Okay, I don't know how to reset the game. We will need to learn about this. Accumulate 1 point for each obstacle that the player passes. Display the score. Okay, so let's make a floor then. So this is our bird. I think we should make like a game scene, right? Like a main scene for the game. Let's call it a game. Saved in scenes. So now we can like actually add the bird to the game. All right. It should be around here. So let's make a floor. I will make them like I will make each object like a separate scene. So we will have like a little bit of encapsulation. And for the floor, what should we use for the floor? Something with collisions, right? Static body. A 2D physics body that can't be moved by external forces. When moved manually, it doesn't affect other bodies in its path. Okay. Is useful for completely static objects like floors and walls, as well as moving surfaces like conveyor belts and circular revolving platforms. Okay, let's try. Let's see. We don't have a sprite for the grass, so can I make like a rectangle? Polygon? Polygon 2D. Yeah, let's make like a simple polygon. Create points, edit. Yeah, I think we can draw now. How about we use the grid? Okay, we can draw like a one huge rectangle. So it will be our floor. Okay. Let's just make it green. Wait. Okay, this should be good enough. What are we missing? This node has no shape, so it can't collide or interact with other objects. Consider adding collision shape. Okay. Same thing as with the bird. Collision shape. Yeah, rectangle seems like a very fitting choice. Okay. So I was always interested in game development, but yeah, I never really had like what am I doing? Oh, I have added a point. I never like actually did anything bigger. Edit points. No, that's fine. Let's call it floor. And also let's call this one floor. Or maybe ground. Wait, can you rename the file? Will I break something if I rename the file? I hope not. Okay, and let's add the ground. There we go. So I think that should be enough to prevent it from falling. Nope. Wait, also, where is it? Something is not right. Collision. This one is on collision layer 1, and this one is also on collision layer 1. What's the script? Add the gravity, handle jump. Oh, maybe it doesn't handle the collisions. Move and slide. Okay, how do we detect the collision? Also, why can't we see the... I thought this is like a game screen, that rectangle. So why is it not in the center? Oh, the bird is a main scene. This should be a main scene. The game should be a main scene. How about now? Oh, it works. Okay, so we've only seen the bird scene. Okay. We could make like a Mario game with what we have. But this doesn't really work like a Flappy Bird, right? We only have one jump. How can we fix that? Is on floor. Alright. Wait, is it like a built-in function? Is on floor? Turns true if the body collided with the floor on the last call of move and slide. Huh. Is on wall. Okay, we have some built-in function which are like super useful. So I think we only need to remove this condition so we can jump anytime we want. Let's see. Yeah, it just works. I think we should also limit it from going above the screen. Okay, this kind of feels like Flappy Bird already. Like the movement. Oh, but we also don't need to have this kind of movement. Okay, it kind of works already. So I think what we should do with the pipes is we should like generate them off screen and move them to the left. So only the pipes will be like the only thing that will move from right to left. Like the only horizontally moving thing. Like this is how they explained here that you could create a really long level, but yeah, they suggest that you should try to basically spawn the pipes from off screen. Wait, do I need to reset the game if I move something? No. Also, I have my KeePass open, so give me a second. Okay. All right. What should we do? How about we prevent that guy from going off screen? We should do it. We could do it with the same thing. But hitting the ceiling should not kill you, and hitting the ground should kill you. So, Should I reuse the exact same thing but put it off screen? Like here? It should work, right? Yep. Maybe we can put it like a little bit higher, so we won't like hit the edge of the screen. Yeah, maybe even a little bit higher. It's nice that it updates in real time. I didn't even need to like save or reload. Okay. I don't want to move this. I want to move this guy. Let's call it a bird. Why is it called character body here? Okay, it doesn't. Okay, you can name it however you want. Okay, I see. Bird. This is ground. This is like a. Let's call it a ceiling. Okay, and we should also disable the horizontal movement. I think, yeah, that's just this. What? Am I right? Yeah. Oh, okay, we have the physics. Right, that would take a significantly longer time if I tried to do it without the game engine. Okay. We have a game with a floor. We have a character. Obstacles. Okay, we do need to work on obstacles. Okay. Let's do some drawing. I'm not sure if you can like actually paint something in with the nodes. I only found that you can make like a polygon. That should be enough, right? It doesn't need to have any fancy graphics. But first, let's add a node to the... Wait, what am I doing? No. Does it need to have physics? Character body... Not affected by physics, but they affect physics of other physics bodies. We can either use this or static body, completely static objects, as well as moving surfaces. So it might not be the best. Rigid body is... implements full 2D physics. We also don't want this. I think we should also use character body, but we will not react to the inputs. Let's just try. Okay. And let's do some drawing. Wait, what kind of shapes I can make? I should probably use a texture, but I don't have a pipe texture. Yeah, I think we will do graphics with polygons. Yeah, let's go with polygons. It shouldn't take too long. All right. Time to get creative. Create points. How do I create point? Oh, there we go. So let's draw the top pipe first. Like the pipe can be made of 2 rectangles, right? We don't even have like a color palette. This is going to look a little bit ugly. But that's not the point. We need to like, we want to learn stuff. Wait. Let's make it higher. Okay. Let's add another polygon. There we go. Does it look like a pipe? Not kinda. We don't want to spend hours on this, so... Oh, there's a color picker. So let's make it slightly darker. There we go. Does it look like a pipe? It kinda does, right? Pipe, and I can just copy paste this, right? Duplicate. Pipe 2. Okay. They are like independent. So we need to make like a space here. That should be enough. And let's duplicate this. And voila, we have a pipe. Wait, why is it so weird? Oh, it was not aligned. All right. Collision shape. Okay, the question is, can I add 2 collision shapes? I should be able, right, to add more than 1 collision shape. Let's just try. Doesn't need to be like super precise, so we will allow the player to touch this, because they will die anyway if they are here. It should work, right, with more than 1 collision shapes. Rectangle. So the idea is that we can spawn this thing and just move the whole thing up and down. So we can like randomly set where the hole is. Okay. pipes. Let's call it pipes and save as pipes. And let's see how big those pipes actually are. Isn't it too small? Like, everything is too small. Oh, and the pipe probably, or maybe? Yeah, it goes below the ground, so it's fine. But that hole is a little bit too small. Just move the whole thing. Wait, can I group those things? Because bad things are happening if I try to move that. Pipe 1, pipe 2, pipe 1 end. That's the collision shape for pipe 1. Can you? How do you? Lock? Preventing selection and movement. No. Oh, there is like a selection tool. Oh, nice. Great. This should be better. Let's see. Wait, this... Okay, wait. Did it change? I think it did, right? Yep, now it's bigger. Maybe it's too big. I think the pipes should be wider. Oh, let's stick with this. Maybe the bird is too big, I don't know. I think those pipes were like longer and the bird was smaller. But we can always readjust this. Okay. So we have this, and now obstacles should slide across the screen towards the left. How do we do this? We should also like create those pipes programmatically, I think. Or we can just copy paste some of them and let them scroll, and we can like move them back here. Okay, maybe we should try to like move the pipes first. Let's attach a script. Yeah, let's use a template because why not? Okay. And we don't want to use that script because I thought they will be moving. Maybe they don't move because they collide with the floor. No. Okay, so I think if we just set the velocity to like speed, it should work. Like there's a whole physics engine and there is like a physics calculation things going in the background. So you can, like, for example, here you can like use the move towards and like specify, I think it's a vector, and the engine will make sure that it will move in that direction, basically. So I think what we want to do is to like, can I just do, so what's the second parameter? From to, okay. Let's try something simple, like let's set the velocity x to minus speed. Let's see if it does anything. I think move and slide, like you need to use this. It doesn't move. Why? Is it like colliding with things? Now it doesn't collide. Let's see. Yeah, it's because of the collision. Okay. Oh, it tries to move our character to the left. Okay, so it detects collisions. This is why it doesn't move. If I put it here, it will not move. Wait, why can I not see this? That should be our viewport, right? Huh. It is, but why the pipe? Why is the pipe off screen? Huh. Is it because of the physics? What the heck? Okay, apparently it is. So there is this thing with collision. Collision mask and collision layer. So basically you can specify each object's collision layer, and if I remember correctly, collision mask means that it will try to detect collisions with other objects on layer 1. That's my guess. Object A can detect a contact with object B only if object B is in any of the layers that object A scans. Yep, so this is like a scanning. It will scan for objects on layer 1. So pipes should be on the other layer, right? So they won't collide with anything. And it should detect Let's disable the mask and see what will happen. Okay, if we move the pipes here, they should be moving now, right? Yes. And they will not collide. Okay. And I think you can also specify those layers. Like you can give them names, like here. So let's say like the layer 1 is the player layer. Should we do it like that? Let's just try. So let's say this is going to be the floor. So if you hit the floor, if the player hits the floor, it should kill the player. You can also have the sky, which would be like a obstacle that doesn't kill the player. Wait, the pipe also can kill the player. So we can just call it obstacle. And that should be all that we need. Player, obstacle, sky. So the bird. Also, what should check the collisions? Bird, or maybe the bird should check for collisions with everything else. So the bird is on the player layer. Shouldn't collide with other player. We only have one. Should check collisions with obstacles and the sky. Let's see. Oh, we haven't specified the layers for the ground. So the ground is the obstacle layer. And it will not react to any collisions. So this should stop me from falling down. Okay, nice. Oh, and we've been moved. That looks kinda okay. We can keep that. Yep. Wait, we can actually try to jump over it. There we go. Okay, so we kinda have a Flappy Bird version that allows you to jump over one pipe. One pair of pipes. Okay, can we hit the top pipe? We can. Okay. So the ceiling should be on the sky layer and it should not detect anything. And yeah, this is obstacle. So only the player detects the collisions with obstacles. And that makes the player slide off the screen. Okay, so far so good. Okay, so now we should probably look for how to spawn an object, like programmatically. How to spawn a scene at a specific location. Okay, that sounds perfect. Just started using Godot Engine yesterday. Oh, and they already tried to make a Mega Man game. Alright, okay. They're trying to like set a position. So that's not it. Packet scene. I've made like a one tutorial with a packed scene. Yeah. So basically you can store a reference to a scene as a variable in the script. So I think we will try to use this. Oh, we don't even have a game script yet. So let's make a game script. Wait, we have everything in the scenes, but that should be fine for now. I've seen some tutorials that had like a scripts directory. Do we need that? Let's just keep it. Those functions do nothing now. So pipe scene. So now we have a property here, and we can actually assign the scene, this one. I think that scene has a instantiate, yeah, function, and that creates a new thing. But this should spawn a pipe, but where will it spawn? We don't know. We have some errors. The local variable pipe is declared but never used in the block. Can I just move it? I don't think if it has a position property. We need to find a way to like programmatically spawn those pipes. And those pipes are not a simple objects, they're like scenes composed of multiple objects. But it does have a position, right? So if yeah, you should be able to access the position somehow. Transform. But I'm not sure if I should do that if I'm using physics process. Do I need to have that move and slide? I do. Okay. How to spawn the item that came from a Udemy series. Yeah, they are using instantiate. Oh, there is a position. Looks like jump does need to be added at the scene tree. Add child. Oh. So do I just... do this? Okay. Yeah, it works. Yeah, the pipe appeared right there. Okay. How do you set a position though? Does it really have a... Wait, I think you can check in the inspector. Property position vector. Do I just... do it like that? Let me just try it. Oh, wait, it even stopped. Okay, it kind of works. How does the physics work in this? How do the physics work? Can I move the pipe up? No. Okay, so the spawned pipe, I could move the spawned pipe by jumping with my character, but I couldn't move the pipe that was already put in the game. That's weird. Okay, how big is our project screen? Window 1152. So how about we spawn it at 1200? Right. There we go. Oh, but it stops. We can stop it. It shouldn't work like that. Why is it working like that? Do I need to... where is it? Oh, this one has a different collision layer and mask. What the heck? So I think like this is the pipe scene. And this is also the pipe scene, but it's inside the game, and I think you can like overwrite stuff. Give me a second. I need to close the window. Okay. Okay, so seems like it has... oh, it should be on the layer 2. Let's see. Huh? It is an obstacle. Wait, no. Here. There we go. This should work, right? Yay. Okay, now it works the same way. Okay, so seems like if you specify some stuff, you can override it if you include it in another scene. Kinda makes sense, but you need to be careful what you are actually editing. So let's see. Will I break something if I remove that? No. Okay, so now we only have like a programmatically created pipe. How do we make it random? Also, position Y would be where? Okay, that's like the lowest. I kind of want to set the origin to that middle part. So we can like randomly select a point from somewhere around here, and this will be like a center of the hole. That should make those calculations a little bit easier, I guess. Is this the origin? I think it is. Like if I move it here, it doesn't need to be like super precise, but let's make it at least a little bit precise. Okay, the pipe is like 5 blocks wide. Let's make it wider, should we? Yeah. Okay. Which one is it? Okay. There we go. And we need to do the same with this. Okay. All right. It looks the same. What? Wait, this doesn't look right. I think I've added like a point here. Yep. Oh. Huh. It didn't get wider, right? Or maybe it did now when I saved the pipe scene. Okay. How do we make it spawn at a random position? I think it's float, right? Random floating point value between 0 and 1. So we kinda want to... Okay, how do I get the screen size? Viewport. Should I use the viewport? Let's Google. Cannot get screen size per script. Oh, what if it's like scaled or something? Display server screen get size. Okay. So this will be like between 0 and 1. Screen get size? Oh, that's like a vector. Can I? Do I need to use the variable though? I think I do. Okay, does it understand what type it is? Why? Okay. Okay, let's try that simple implementation. It doesn't work properly. did something wrong. Let's see what position is it on. Pipe. How can I check the property of an object now? Oh. Current value, it's quite a big value. Screen size? Oh, it's like my whole screen size. I don't want this. We don't want to get the screen size. We are not full screen. Maybe I should just hard code those values for now. No. Get the window size. Get window size is not working. Get viewport. Okay. Get viewport rectangle. Should I just use the direct? What's the difference? Get viewport. The node's closest viewport ancestor if the node is inside the tree. Okay. Where is get viewport direct? Yeah. There was a function called get viewport direct. What is it? Viewport's boundaries as rect2. Okay. Size. Oh, it will be basically. Yeah, it will be basically the same, I think. Screen height. Viewport size Y. So let's see if this will work. I mean, it won't be perfect, but it should make the... Oh. How do you continue? Is this the continue? Yep. Okay, it kind of worked. Why is it at the same place as it has been? Okay, it works. But we need to like set the proper boundaries because this makes no sense here. You will die just touching this floor. It should be random between that floor position Y and 0, basically, with some margin as well. I think you can do something like this. Yep. Position Y. Wait, there should be a function to get a random between some values. I am overcomplicating this. Yeah, round float range. So let's go with how big is that gap? How big is that grid? 8. Oh, it shows you here. It's so tiny. It's like 28 here. And 128 here. Huh? Oh, it's 128 and 100. Let's actually fix this so it will be always at on both sides at 128. You probably cannot see that, but yeah. So each pipe is 128 pixels from the center. So we can actually 128 plus, I don't know, 32. This will be like a minimum, and ground position Y minus this. Looks kinda bad, but let's see. It should work. It should spawn the pipes at the proper position. So we need more pipes. Let's add a timer. Every 1 second. Okay. Auto start. Ignore timescale. I have no idea what it is. If true, the timer will ignore engine timescale and update with the real elapsed time. Okay. And yeah, we can react to the timeout signal. Okay. And we should make this one a separate function. I'm not sure if there is like a refactoring in this editor. Maybe it's not as sophisticated as, let's say, IntelliJ. Yeah, let's just move it manually. So let's spawn a pipe. Should we return it? Let's just do this. Okay. It doesn't need to be pretty, it can be pretty ugly. Like we kind of want to learn how to make something that works. Okay, we do have a function called spawn pipe. So if we call it on timer timeout, we should be spawning pipe every time the timer triggers the signal. Let's see. Okay. Wait, what happened? Okay, if I touch the pipe, I will just stop. It doesn't look that bad, right? Should we have more room? It looks kind of right. Like, this is how the original game looks. and this is my implementation, so it's kinda... I think the original was maybe even harder. Like, wait, the bird was much smaller. But yeah, that was basically it. Yep. I couldn't move once I hit the pipe, I think. Oh, I can. Oh, once I touch the ground, I cannot move. Why? Bird. Oh, we don't want this. Am I right? No. Wait. If I remove that, I will fall through the floor? Oh, there's no gravity. I see. If not on floor, velocity, gravity. Is it like a vector that points down? Returns the gravity vector computed from all sources that can affect the body. Oh. Including all gravity overrides from area to denotes the global world gravity. So the pipe affects me, right? So the apply gravity moves me to the left as well, I guess. Huh. What happens if I do this? Oh, now the gravity will only work when I touch the floor. Oh, crap. What counts as touching the floor? Okay, so I think I will get like swiped by the pipe anyway. I guess. Let's see. Oh, I should use the pass. Unable to write. Oh, we need to stop the game. So we have no physics now. Will be... Okay, we are not colliding with anything now. Okay. Is it a move and slide? Okay, will that pipe push me now? Okay, move and slide is responsible for pushing me. Moves the body based on velocity. If the body collides with another, it will slide along the other body. By default only on floor, rather than stop immediately. Slide along the other body. I think there's like another move method. Kinda don't want to slide. Move and collide. We don't want to get pushed by the pipe. What happens if I do this? Too few arguments. What argument do we need to motion? Wait, is the motion a vector? Oh. Oh. I think I'm overcomplicating this. Let's still use move and slide. Like, we need to like only detect when the character collides with the floor or obstacles and reset the game. That's it. We just need to detect the collision. Like when we touch the floor, I think we should die. Also, I don't like that I am stopping when I land on the pipe. But this is where when I should when it's game over, right? If you touch the pipe. Also, are the physics okay? Like the weight of the bird? Feels okay. Feels like it's much easier than the actual Flappy Bird. But it also works pretty fine. But maybe the bird should be heavier. Or the jump should be lower. Oh. Shouldn't be too hard to change. To change the... Wait, the bird has no physics properties. Oh, because it's... Oh, this is where... Add the gravity. How do you set the gravity, like in general? Or should I just, you know, like ×2? Yeah, now it's 2 times heavier. Okay, this kind of feels more like a Flappy Bird now. That should be fine, right? We are using the delta, so it shouldn't be affected by the frame rate. Yeah, that feels much better. Okay. Okay. Let's actually try, like, we have this, we have a world, we have the character, we have obstacles. Wait, they are like spawning indefinitely. Like, if we look at the debugger, I think you can see how many objects are in the game. Am I right? Can you see that? Profiler, start. Whoa. Oh, it measures the CPU and GPU. It's not what we want. FPS, objects. See, we have more and more objects. And more nodes. We kind of don't want this. Like, the game will probably work fine, but it's not optimal. Like, we should be able to easily fix this by removing those pipes if they are not visible. Like if someone would be playing this for months, maybe they will run out of memory. See, the memory usage just increases. They have suggested that we can reuse the same objects over and over again, but this sounds kind of complicated. So let's try removing them, like deleting them from the scene. I think you use the Q3 for this. So how about we add like a collider here? So when the pipe will collide with it, we will remove the pipe. Okay, let's add a... let's call it pipe remover. All right. There must be a better way of doing this. Can you, how do you draw a rectangle? Can I just use the sprite? Where is it? Sprite. 2D texture. Sprite. I think you can like generate a texture. A canvas texture? No. Edit. Oh, we have something. Okay, that should be fine. It will be off screen. Okay, it's super tiny though. Huh? Okay. Let's move it off screen. Why can't I move you? Move mode. Okay. And this should be, what is it? Root node of a scene is recommended to not be transformed. Okay, sorry. Okay. This should be wait, can it detect collisions? Child entered tree. I want something that can detect collisions, like not physical collisions, but the overlapping. That might not be the best type. I think it was area 2D. Yeah, a region of 2D space that detects other collision objects. So now it has to have a collision shape. Nice. Okay. Right. It doesn't need to be like super precise. Okay, so now area shape entered, body entered. Okay. We have a collision layer and mask. So if we set up a new layer, we should be able to just detect any collision. And wait a second. Player, obstacle, sky. We don't need to add a new. We just need to scan for obstacles, right? Pipe remover. But do I need to add a script to pipe remover? Maybe. So how will I debug it? Oh, I can just move it inside. Oh. Wait, let's keep it here and we can change the position if we add it to the game. Yeah, we get that warning that we should not transform that. Where was it? Here. Okay, let's add pipe remover. Let's add it here so we can actually see it working. So my idea is, if we detect a collision, which is body entered, I think. Oh, we can actually detect it here and add it to the game script. That should be fine, right? Node has one connection. On the pipe remover body entered. Node to the... Is it going to be that node? Or will it detect the sprite or collision shape and remove the collision shape? Huh. Okay, let's just try to... I think you need to specify... No, wait. Use this node to be deleted. Removes a child node. The node along with its children are not deleted? Wait a second. It's a documentation of node. So I should be able to do this. We don't need a pass here. Will it work? Whoa, 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 what is happening? Invalid access to property or key position on a base object null instance. Ooh. Wait, also, what is going on this screen? Oh, it collides with... Oh, it removed everything. I think we removed too much. Because the floor is also an obstacle, right? So we removed the floor as well. Yep. And the game is broken now because for whatever reason the pipe is also removed. Maybe it's not the best way to do it. Wait, what if we make it not collide with... Can I resize it? Ay. This is getting complicated. So if the remover was this size, this should also work. Let's make it even smaller. Because the pipe will span through the whole screen vertically anyway, so this should be fine. It's kinda janky setup, but let's see. Okay, we have a floor. Let's see what happens to the pipe. Okay, we are removing the pipes, so it works. Let's see how the situation in the burger looks like. Yeah, we have constant number of objects now, so it looks kind of good. 29 nodes, like we are spawning new nodes and we are removing them. Oh, the number kind of changed. It changes when I move the mouse over the screen. Okay, it looks like we are not having like a memory leak now. Okay, looks fine. Looks fine. So add obstacles. Should slide across the screen towards the left, and obstacles will appear in pairs with vertical. Okay, so we have pipes. Detect when the character collides with the floor or obstacles and reset the game. Like, okay, just like a hard reset. Okay, let's move that off screen like this. We can see the number of objects increasing slightly because we have like, yeah, there is like more objects on the screen. Okay. What do we do? Oh, we need to reset the game if we collide with the pipe. Okay, so we are looking for the collisions with obstacles. So body entered. Oh, on the bird. Wait. Oh, Aria 2D has those detection methods, but character doesn't. How do I detect when I touch the... Can I use signal for this? Godot character body 2D detect, I don't know, specific collision. Get slide collision count and get slide collision methods within the physics process. Okay, we are using that. Wait, we don't want to use the like a, you know, already working code. How to get collision detected with character body 2D node. You could have an area as a child of character body listening for bodies. But why not just have the thing that collides with character body trigger a hit function? Aria isn't really necessary. Should I trust people on Reddit? Create character body bullet and set it to the projectile's collision layer and have it mask both the terrain, wall, and player layers. Oh, that's a lot of code. Collision. Move and collide. Ooh. Look complicated. Collision. Collision. Character bodies detect collisions with other bodies when moving, but are not affected by engine physics properties like gravity and friction. Collision, move and collide. If collision, I collided with something. Move and slide. Get slide collision. I collided. Oh. Huh. We are using move and slide. Okay, let's see what happens if we just copy paste this. Where is the bird script? There we go. Let's take a look at the console, and I collide with ground, with pipes. Cool, but there is a lot of messages here. Okay, every time the physics process is happening, we are getting that spam. I kind of wanted to use the signals. This looks kind of weird. So now what? Should I compare the name? That feels kind of sketchy. Emit signal. It doesn't even show the name property here, I guess. Should we use the area 2D? How do you decide which movement function to use? Often the response is to use move and slide because it seems simpler, but this is not necessarily the case. One way to think of it that move and slide is a special case. Oh, yeah. And move and collide is more general. We don't want to slide. Like when collision happens, we should just die. Velocity times delta. Anything you do with move and slide can also be done with move and collide. But it might take a little more code. However, as we'll see in examples below, there are cases where move and slide doesn't provide the response you want. Move and slide automatically alters the velocity variable here. Yeah, the velocity changes. Okay, they are talking about some examples. Wait a second. So can I just do it like that? Will it work the same? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. It's kinda broken now. Okay, that's not how you do it. Times delta, yeah. You need a delta here. Am I right? Okay, it's the same now. I guess. Is it? Feels kind of heavy. Move and slide. What? No, it's the same. Alright. So move and slide probably uses velocity like internally. Why am I even changing this? Oh, because it returns, I think it returns something. Kinematic collision to D. Okay. So there is already a variable named collision declared in this scope. Oh. Okay, understandable. So yeah, I don't know. Collision after move. What can we do with this? Kinematic collision. Holds collision data from the movement, usually from move and collide. When a physics body is moved, it stops if it detects a collision with another body. If collision is detected, a kinematic collision to the object is returned. Collision data includes the colliding objects, the remaining motion, and the collision position. Colliding objects, we kind of want to know what kind of object it is. Get collider ID shape. Get collider object. What do we do with that? Object. Oh, this sounds like a very generic type. Like a very basic type, maybe not generic. All classes in the engine inherit from object. We can try using that. Also, how do we... I kind of want to like emit a signal and like use it in another script, react to it in another script. Like we want to reset the game when we collide with the pipe. So let's see what we can do with get collider object. What's that warning? Oh, probably we don't use the collider. Yep, collider is declared but never used. So collider. What can we do here? Emit signal. Okay, so we can emit signals. But this will be like a pipe emitting a signal. Get class. Get meta. Yeah, it's like a very basic object with like a pretty generic functions. How do I check if I collide with a pipe? Wait, should it be in the physics process? It kinda should. Like, we should like emit a signal like time to die, basically. Let's see some examples of that move and collide. Collision. Velocity bounce. If collision get collider has method hit. Has method. Sounds kinda sketchy to check if an object has a method. I collided with... Oh, we can just use a name. Should we go with name? Maybe. If I rename the pipes to something else, this will break. Get collider name. Is it a function? No, that's a property. Also, how do you compare strings in Godot? Compare strings. Oh, just double equals. Okay. 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 How about we use the constant? Wait, but there's like two objects that will cause the dying. Pipes. I think it was called that. Oh, we don't have a... Does it still spam the... Oh, what? Get collider. Oh, we need to check if this is not null. All right. Like that. Will it work? Wait, what am I trying to do? This is kind of sketchy, but collider name equals pipes. Print. Time to print. Bang. Expected semicolon. No, it's colon. Bang. All right. Okay, is it still spamming bang? No, because the pipe got removed. Or we fell off the floor. Do we want to emit that many signals though? Feels kind of wrong. Godot signals. Using signals. We want to have like a new signal, I think. Like, let's call it like game over. Custom signals. Oh, you just use this. Can I use that signal in other script? For example, that you want to show a game over screen when the players have reached 0. That's like almost what we want to do. To do so, you could define a signal name died or half depleted when they have reached 0. Your signals work the same way as the built-in ones that appear in the Node tab, and you can connect to them like any other. So let's add a signal. But it's kind of weird to have a signal. Okay, okay, it has a def signal. Oh, and we can actually react to it in the game scene, even though if it's like specified in the bird scene. Is it right? On bird def. Node has one connection. Oh, you can actually see where it is. Kinda. Oh, it's the same situation as here. Like, we used the signal from the pipe remover, but it was the handler was in the game script. Maybe it will work. How do we emit a signal? Emit. Oh, just like that. Okay. Let's see how many signals we will emit actually. Can you check how? Can you check how many signals you emitted? So in the bird script, if collider name is pipes, we do this, emit, that's it. So now we can print bang here. So we don't have like a... we are not implementing the dying logic in the physics process. Seems kind of reasonable, right? Because why would you want to like reset the game in the physics process function? Sounds about right, that we just want to emit a signal and we don't care who will react to this, right? We just detected that that collision should result in death. And what is death and what happens? It's not a problem of a physics process, right? So let's see, how many times will the bang be? I think it will be the same, right? Yeah, just spamming bang. Okay, so how do you reset the game? Is there a way to reset the game? Reload scene. Are you... Oh, they are like actually restarting the whole game. Like the executable. That's not what we want. We want to just reinitialize the scene. Reload current scene. Get tree, reload current. Let's see what will happen. Get, I think it was get tree, right? Reload current scene. Let's see. And let's also see how many times the bang will be printed now. Once. Okay. Why did I not die? Uh-oh, the game is broken. Why did it not detect the collision? Like, oh, now it did. Huh. Kinda landed on the pipe. Oh, like this. Why? Why does it happen? If we do it like that... Oh, no. Does it also happen with this? No. You need to like hit it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Huh. It's kind of janky. You need to be very unlucky to trigger that soft lock situation. Huh. Okay, maybe it's good enough. See? Oh. What was that? Oh. Something is wrong. Wait a second. Will this reset the game? Yes. Will hitting this reset the game? Yes. What is happening here? I kinda have no idea. Oh. Yeah, at some point when you land on the pipe, you just are not killed by them. Is on floor. This should kill. Oh, it's not on floor. Wait, we don't want to even have this condition, right? What happens if you remove that condition entirely and apply the gravity all the time? This is not how Flappy Bird should work. Why? Okay, the collision should stop us anyway, so it shouldn't break anything if we constantly add the gravity, am I right? Maybe collider name is not pipes? Time to print some some data. Ground. Pipes. What are we colliding with? See, sometimes I cannot land on those pipes. Character body 2D. I have collided with character body 2D. Which is... Oh. Interesting. Oh, it's not like an actual name. It looks like some kind of reference. I have no idea how to fix that. Sometimes it doesn't. Like, it doesn't kill you when you land on the pipe, like on top of the pipes. Ceiling. Okay, we hit the ceiling. Should I leave it like that? Like, sometimes if you get lucky, you will not get killed by... I don't know. Yeah, like, what did we hit? Character body. Feeling, ground, character, body. Something is very wrong here. Ground. Will it reset the game? Yep. Will it reset the game now? Yes. I don't know how to fix that. What we can fix is we can detect the collision with the ground. So let's just do it like that. Or maybe we should use like an array. I mean, this would work, but or array methods any. I think it will be any. You could check the remote tab to see where the character body comes from. Oh, hello, Crostel. Thank you for the tip. Remote tab. Where even is it? Oh, something is broken. No. It kind of works as intended. It pops up above the node tree during playback. Oh. Oh, remote. Okay. Character body. What even is this? Oh, it's an instance of pipes. I see. Okay, sometimes pipes is called pipes and sometimes it's called character body. Because I'm like creating new instances of pipes. And only one, seems like only one instance is called pipes. Yeah, maybe that was a bad idea to check the name of the object that I'm colliding with. There must be a better way to do it. Like, I don't feel very proud about it. Like, I'm using move and collide, and I'm basically checking the collider name. That's probably not the best way to do it. I remember there was something called groups. Maybe we should check the group. Or like a, I don't know, class name? No. I've also seen some people suggested that I should just add an area. Groups would work, probably the most sane solution. Like, this is my character. It's like a character body 2D with sprite and collision shape. And the pipes are like multiple objects, basically. But this one is also character body. Okay, how do I specify the group? Groups. Node. Oh, there it is. Global? Maybe global. And the group. Pipes group. Right. No, we should look here, I guess. No. Oh, the game resets. Wait, I'm confused. I think it would be easier if I remove that note is in this group. Okay, I don't want to have game in the group. We want to have the pipes in the pipes group. There we go. Wait a second. So the collider returns an object. Godot get group of object. Oh, this is exactly what I want. Is in group. Oh, just like that. Okay. Pipes group. Can I rename it? Okay. Let's call it a deadly group. Because it will not only be the pipes. Delete. Yep. Alright. So I can just do yeah, sure. Let's still print it. And what was it? Get group? Is in group. Is in Why is this wrong? Collider. Oh. Will this even work? It will. All right, it works. Okay. Let's see how remote looks like. It does have those character body thingies. Okay. All right. So the pipes should be in the deadly group, and if I add the ground to a deadly group, it should also kill me if I hit the ground, right? Yep, alright. That feels a little bit more elegant. But I don't think it will solve, or maybe it will, that problem that I can sometimes just land on that pipe. Let's just move on. Okay. What else do we do here? Detect when the character collides with the floor or obstacles and reset the game when the collision occurs. Okay, we have that. We have like a reload current scene, which kind of works okay. Add some sound. Stretch goals. Do we have time for stretch goals? Maybe we should do the stretch goals on the next stream. Because it's getting pretty late. So we basically... Oh wait, we need to accumulate 1 point for each obstacle that the player passes. Okay. One moment. We can try adding the score. So that will be the last thing we do today. We don't need those functions. How about we make a signal for the like a score, but let's not call it score. Or what should we call the situation? Increase score. Okay. Increase score. So if we remove the pipe, we should emit the increase score signal, and we should add a score counter. Control? GUI, yeah, control. I think it's label. Yeah, control for displaying plain text. We do have a label. Let's set it to 0. Horizontal alignment right. Kashida justification. Okay, we don't need to worry about any of that. Let's make it bigger. How do you make the text bigger? Font? No, size? Theme overrides font sizes. Okay. Oh, okay. Nice. This should be fine, and we can put it here. There is nothing here. Let's make this bigger, just in case someone wants to actually play this. All right. Cool. It's like a super simple, but oh, it's behind the pipes. Mm-hmm. There was something about the Z index, I guess. Should it be here? Z or index ordering. Yep. Do I increase this or decrease? Yeah, now it's not overlapped by the pipes. Okay. Fair enough. All right. So now we need a variable for the score. In the game script. Score. How do we define type? Oh, with this int. This int equals 0. So the easiest way to increase the score would be to add the score when the pipe is removed, but we kind of want to get the score now when we are actually just past the pipe, right? So we kind of want to detect when the pipe passes the player. Huh. We can actually do it. Wait, the pipe should have a script, right? Velocity. The easiest way would be to have something colliding, right? Am I right? Like, let's put some collision detection here. And voila. When we collide with that, it should increase the score. How about we add an object like here, which collides with the pipe, like similar to pipe remover. Yeah, that should work, and should be like super simple to do. Pipe remover. On pipe remover body entered. So we could use like something similar to this and then emit increase score instead of... Oh, we are actually doing this here. This is wrong. Yeah, let's try just... Can I duplicate this? Duplicate. Score increaser or pipe pass detector. Okay. And if we add it here, like here, it should not have a sprite. Can I remove the sprite? Oh, it can be invisible. Wait, Can I just remove it? Okay. It doesn't need to have anything that is actually displayed. All right. So pipe pass detector, it has collision, mask, obstacle. Okay. So we just need to use this one. When something enters this area, pipe remover 2 area. Why is it 2 called 2? Oh, it's not a remover. Oh. Okay. It feels a little bit sketchy, to be honest, to do it that way. Like, if that character would be able to move left and right, then we would have to move that pipe pass detector left and right. Or maybe there is a way to like connect those two with each other. There probably is a way to do it. So, when body entered here, we should just emit the signal to increase the score. Am I right? The signal is defined in the game. So here, on increase score, we just do. Will it work? It should. No. Plus equals 1. And we should also update the label, right? So label, what's the property? It's probably just text. Yep, label text. Can I just assign this integer to string? Or should I? Let's do casting. Okay, let's see how it works. Also, okay, we are getting points. What happens if we die? Okay, we are resetting the points to 0. All right. Nice. I think we did everything that we are supposed to do with the basics. It doesn't look very elegant. Of course, we should have some kind of game over screen. And also some title screen. But yeah, that's in the stretch goals. Add some sounds. Add a basic game over screen to display the player's score. Track the high score between play sessions and display the high score alongside this current score. Okay, this requires some saving. Add some background art. Try layering the background and scrolling at a different rate to foreground obstacles. This is called parallax scrolling. I think there is something parallax. Yeah, there is a thing called parallax. But I'm not sure if it will work if you are not moving. So yeah, basically that's all the time I have for now. So yeah, on the next stream, maybe we will try to make those stretch goals, or maybe I will do them off screen and we will move on to the next game. We will see. Or maybe we will do some gaming stream next. So yeah, we've made a simple game today. First one from the 20 games challenge. I'm not sure if we will be making actually 20 games, but I think I've learned quite a lot today just by making stuff. So that's the whole purpose of that challenge, like to learn just by actually doing stuff. Because I remember I spent hours like watching some videos about like game design, engines, all that stuff, but I've never actually tried doing something. So even if this game doesn't really look like super impressive now, and it's also like a clone, I'm kind of happy with it that I actually did something. It works. It has like a basic game loop, right? You just need to remember your high score, and that's it. All right, thank you everyone for stopping by, and yeah, have a good one. So yeah, we are going to end the stream. So bye. Bye everyone, take care.